She opened the car door. She stepped out with a pretense of confidence, aware of the woman still standing at the top of the steps. Splush! She felt a gloopiness beneath her feet, looked down. Shite! Her black suede stilettos were an inch deep in mud and an attractive poo-like blob had landed on the right toe area. So much for first impressions. She tried a subtle shoe scrape on the grass verge, plastered a smile on her face and made her way to the castle entrance. A biting wind whipped at her honey-blonde hair, which she'd carefully put up in a top knot back home in Newcastle upon Tyne this morning. Her black trouser suit, teamed with silky lime-green blouse, was no match for the freezing cold. She hugged her arms around herself and headed for the door, a vast wood and iron creation, no doubt designed to keep out hairy, aggressive border reavers centuries ago. The lady raised a cheery smile as Ellie approached. "Hello? You must be here for the interview with Lord Henry." "Yes." She reached out a trembling hand in greeting. "Yes, it's Ellie Hall." "Nice to meet you, Ellie. I'm Deanna." The woman shook her hand warmly. She had a kind face, looked in her early 50s with grey hair that hung in a grown-out bob. "I'm Lord Henry's PA. Well, dog's body, really. Excuse the attire. Casual at the moment till the open season starts again. Gets bloody freezing in here. Come on through, pet." Ellie relaxed a little. She seemed friendly. She followed Deanna through the massive door to a stone inner courtyard, the sky a square of azure above. Wow! It was like some Disney set. And then into a circular stairwell that wound its way upwards. Sleeping Beauty or Rapunzel could well be at the top of that. "There's no guests here at the moment," Deanna spoke, with a gentle Northumbrian lilt. "We close until Easter, so it's quiet. Come the spring it'll be buzzing again. Well, kind of crawling," she added with a wry grin, as though visitors were a necessity to be put up with rather than welcomed. Ellie was offered a seat on a chair with a frayed red velvet pad, positioned outside a closed door, which she imagined must be for Lord Henry's office. She could hear muffled voices from inside, formal tones. Deanna asked if she'd like a cup of coffee while she waited. She wouldn't be long, and then disappeared back down the stairs. Ellie gathered her jacket and her nerve. It was bloody draughty there in the corridor. Various artefacts stared down at her from the stone walls. Black and white photos of the castle, the stuffed head of a weasel, or so she thought, ginger, hairy, teeth bared. It looked pretty mean. A pistol in a glass case like something Robin Hood might whip out. Stand and deliver. This was so unlike her white-walled, MDF-desk insurance office. She felt she'd been shuttled back through time. A scraping of chairs brought her out of her reverie. Footsteps, the door opening, and out came a plump, middle-aged lady dressed smartly in a Christmas party jewelled jumper kind of way, thanking the gentleman for his time, adding she hoped she would be back soon. She smiled confidently, almost smugly, as she spotted Ellie sitting there. Lord Henry, for that's who she thought the man must be, was smiling too. "Yes, lovely to meet with you again, Cynthia. I've been impressed with your work for us in the past, and we'll be in touch very shortly." His tones were posh and plummy, the vowels clearly enunciated. It all seemed very amicable, very settled. Ellie felt her heart sink. Was she just being thrown in the applicant mix as a token gesture? Deanna appeared at her side with a tray and coffee set out for 3. Perhaps she was staying for the interview. She ushered Ellie into the wood-panelled office. Well, this was it. Ellie took a deep breath to calm her nerves. Now that she sensed she hadn't a cat and hell's chance of getting the tea room news, she suddenly realised how very much she wanted it. It was what she'd been dreaming of for years while stuck answering call centre queries for insurance claim in a vast, impersonal office. She absolutely loved baking cakes for friends and for family birthdays. Her football party cake for her cousin Jack had gone down a treat, and a champagne bottle-shaped chocolate cake that she did for Gemma, her close friend at work, had led to a flurry of special requests. Oh yes, she'd offered to fetch the donuts and pastries for the office at morning break.